Yo, yo. Salute, salute, salute. Appreciate everybody for stopping on in. Welcome, guys. If you're in here, please click that like button. Much appreciated. It costs you absolutely zero. Just a couple seconds of your time. In today's video, I'm actually going to be going over and showing people just more and more examples of how the NBA is definitely rigged. Okay? This is for the way we can show this obviously is by using Gematria correctly and accurately, the right way. But this video is like for the people that may doubt the work, for the sheeple, for the fans, aka fanatics, for the legacy supporters, the people that may just support a team because their family supports a team, for the idol worshippers, and this is even for people who may be people that have found the work at Gematria but just have had a bad experience with it. Meaning, so in some cases you can't help how you find the work, right? There's a bunch of platforms out there that pretend to practice Gematria, that pretend to be decoders and sports handicappers and successful and all this other stuff. So you can't help how you come across the work. So it's not your fault, right? It's just the randomness of YouTube, the randomness of like thumbnails and titles and whatever comes across your feed. So that's not your fault, right? So this is for those people too. What's sad about that is sometimes your first experience, no matter like how short-lived it may be or limited, it kind of poisons your perspective on something, right? So thankfully there's a platform like mine where I'm putting out my work at a consistent rate, and it's shown over a large sample size and for a long period of time how successful we have been, right? It's been able to bear fruit. It's been able to be profitable. It's been able to teach people how to apply it for themselves, which is something that other platforms definitely don't do. And that's another part of it too, because they like to keep you basically at arm's length. So if you're not learning how to decode for yourself, then you're always going to necessarily need to pay somebody for a service, right? For their content. That's exactly why other platforms don't really highlight the aspect of teaching you the work. Another difference that my platform and my community, practices, especially myself, right? So if your first experience with Gematria isn't a successful one, then it gives you some reason to doubt its validity, right? Especially if your own personal experience with it hasn't flourished. Okay, but today I'm just going to use it, just the NBA, the randomness of just coming on here on a Wednesday and showing you guys how yet again today was another prime example of how the NBA is definitely scripted, right? So for those of you that are coming across the work for the first time, what I speak about is Gematria, and it's a numerical code synced with the English alphabet and language, right? And I use this code to show people how professional sports games are scripted and synced using specific numbers, okay? That's it. Doesn't matter about the opponent. It doesn't matter about the players. It doesn't matter who's injured. It doesn't matter about the coach, like the coaching plays and stuff like that. I show you just how these games are predetermined. You're watching live, athletic, theatrical entertainment, but the outcome and the result is already decided before the game even starts. So today I'll show you that once again by highlighting just two specific games in the NBA. One of them. So let's go to it now. And again, I'll show you step by step, so you guys don't have to take my word for it necessarily. I'm always showing receipts and providing visuals. So let's get to it. So this game right here, congratulations to everybody who was on the right side of this game, right? The Washington Wizards defeating the Houston Rockets on the road and all scripted using Gematria, right? So congratulations to the Wizards backers as they were successful in defeating the Rockets today, as well as this doesn't really have too much to do with this video, but the Wizards did trail in this game by as much as 9 points, which probably should have provided you a very, very lucrative opportunity to jump in as a live underdog and take advantage of a plus money situation. But let's just stick to the gematria aspect of it and how this game is just another example of how the NBA is rigged. Okay, so the Houston Rockets, if you guys can see right here, and I'm going to be speaking about one number specifically, just showing you how this pattern is just persistent throughout this game. So the Houston Rockets today picked up their 37th loss of the season today versus the Washington Wizards. And why that is important is because obviously there's a number connection with these two teams, and it happens to be that very same number of 37. And I'll show you. Let's bring up the calculator so we can show it to you guys. Okay. No, hold on. Okay, here we go. Boom. Okay. So the Houston Rockets picked up their 37th loss versus the Wizards. And when you write Wizards, it equals 37 in the purest cipher. This blue cipher is the strongest cipher. And as you can see, the Rockets' opponent has a direct connection to the number 37. Not only that, the Rockets themselves have a connection to the number 37, as Rockets equals 37 in single reduction. Okay? Taking it even a step further, today being Wednesday, which equals 37 in the purest cipher. Okay? Multiple 37s on the board. All right? Now, for those of you that don't follow, the days in which the NBA started and how many days into the season, just to add a little bit of seasoning and cherry on top, I want you guys to see how many days it is into the NBA season. So we're sticking with that same number, right? Just a theme of what we want to talk about. Okay. So today was the 99th day since the NBA season started. But if you look at it from the aspect of months and days, it's the 3rd month and the 7th day of this NBA season, just like the number 37. Okay, another 37. Notice how we're speaking about one number in connection to this game and these two teams happening on this day. Okay, it already connected with the teams, it connected with the day of the week, and now it's connecting with the specific day in the NBA season. Now, and for history buffs, we can just check out the historical aspect of it as well. So if you look at the history between these two franchises, the team coming out of Washington as well as the Houston team, you'll see that today's game, because it's already been registered January 25th, was the 157th meeting between these two franchises. 157. Okay? Now, for those of you that don't know why that number is special, I'm constantly preaching why numbers and their connections to each other are very, very important. We should always pay attention to it. So look at this. 157 just happens to be the 37th prime number. Okay? The 37th prime number. Staying on that one number of 37 and how prominent it is throughout these two teams on this specific day, and even a little historical element to it as well. Okay? And then to finish off the 37 and the magical connection today that happened with these two teams, we'll check in the game to add the cherry on top of it. And you can see the Washington Wizards, to close out this game and successfully defeat the Houston Rockets, scored 37 points in the 4th quarter. Okay? 37 points in the 4th quarter. Just to finish it off, with a bang, bringing home that 37 once again in a very, very strong synchronicity on this day. So the 37 was all over the board for this specific meeting, and it rang true in the Houston Rockets loss record, as well as if you just want to take it a step further. So now that was the 37 presentation, right? And it was, it was throughout multiple elements of this game. But just to show you guys how the NBA is scripted using these numbers, we need not go any further than the head coach of the Houston Rockets, who's Stephen Silas, who I believe his father was a coach as well. But Stephen Silas, right? So today, this game has not yet registered on Basketball Reference, but it was coming into this game, Houston was 11-36 on the season. So 11 plus 36 is 47. So today was their 48th game of the season. The head coach of the Houston Rockets stayed on 48 career regular season wins today. Okay. And why that's important is because when we look ahead, the Houston Rockets' next opponent, okay, is actually Cleveland. So we have Stephen Silas, the head coach from the Houston Rockets, remaining on 48 regular season wins this season. 48 regular season wins in his career in his 48th game of this season, in which he will now move on to play Cleveland when Cleveland equals 48 in reverse reduction. So this is how the NBA is rigged by the numbers, okay? For most of this presentation, I spoke about one number, which was 37, and why that was important in today's outcome. But just to add another element to it, this 48 jumped out as well. So congratulations once again to everybody who was on the right side of that game. The 37 should have been a key number that jumped out to you, just in connection with the ritual that could have happened when adding every other element of 37 that was on the board. So that should have been a great result for you and a very, very profitable result. So just another great example of how the NBA continues to be rigged by the numbers. All right, we're showing it once again, and just to add some humor element to today. So the next game I'll just be talking about, which I found hilarious, was the Orlando Magic. They were home favorites against the Indiana Pacers. Now this game, Orlando was favored by 5 points, so not very, very surprising to see them, win the game because, they were like about a minus 180, minus 190 favorite, something like that, something in the range of that. But they were favorites to win this game. But the reason I'm highlighting it is because today happens to be National Florida Day. So if we take a look at all the games that were on today's slate, the Orlando Magic was the only team that was active residing in the state of Florida or representing the state of Florida, right? If you check all the games, there's no other Florida teams that were playing today, as well as the Orlando Magic were actually playing a home game. As you know, Orlando is located in Florida. So not only were they the only Florida team playing today, they were actually playing a home game in Florida. And today just happened to be National Florida Day. So you don't have to take my word for it. You can just take a look at it because we provide receipts for it all. So there you go. January 25th every year is celebrated and called National Florida Day. The day was established to recognize Florida's arrival as the 27th state in the Union of the U.S., also known as the Sunshine State. So today was National Florida Day, and the only Florida team on today's slate, the Orlando Magic, booked a win and celebrated, their state. So, yeah, man, it's just more and more mockery right there in your face for you guys. And again, at this point, I'm not anybody who's been following my work. And I'm just talking about the content that's available on YouTube for free. Anybody who's following that work and still doubting that these professional sports leagues are scripted, um, I don't know at this point what else we need to do or show you. And taking it even a step further, if you're not already a member of my community, then you're really, really missing out on all these key examples and great content and decodes that you can really be using and reviewing to open up your eyes even more. Because my community, uh, unlike others, is very successful, is profitable, is continuing to grow, is a positive community, is mind sharpening minds. The dialogue that goes across between myself and my members is very, very progressive. We definitely challenge each other with perspectives and insight. And we're not emotional people. We attack this the way in which you should attack any other business. We try to leave emotions at the door, because of the profession and you know the goals that we have, the shared goals that we have as a community, as a team, is unlike any other. That's why I continue to make my community exclusive, um, and it will be like that moving forward. We don't, we're not out here begging people to join up. Um, it is what it is. I understand that my community is not for everybody, and that's perfectly okay. Um, but you need not go too far, um, to realize the difference, right, between what we're doing and what other people are doing. You will get a rude awakening, um, depending on which way you decide to invest not only your time, your hard-earned money, um, but your energy as well. You know what I'm saying? So you definitely pay for what you get. So yeah, man, I'm just today was just another great example. I had to get on here and talk about it because that 37 ritual that happened in that Washington game, as well as the state of Florida having a national day, and Orlando just celebrating that and kicking Indiana's ass at home in the state of Florida, I found to be very, very hilarious, and something that you can't just chalk up to coincidence or just randomness. It's not that. So yeah, man. I have the link in the chat if anybody wants to join up real quick and just chat up, or just add any additional insight. But yeah, man. This is mainly for the people to, not already the people that are supporting me, that are members. And shout out to Tim Truth. I appreciate that, brother, for becoming a new member. But yeah, this isn't for my community members who they're already up to date on all this. They already know what's going on. They're already taking advantage of the scripted sports on a daily basis. But this really is for maybe the people that may doubt the work from their initial experience with it, or maybe they invested their time, energy, and money in the wrong community and the wrong platform, and just it left a bad taste in their mouth, or the sheeple, just people who may question or still have doubts about the actual rigging of these professional sports games. This video is definitely for you. So I appreciate you guys on every level. If you're in here, just please click that like. It costs you absolutely nothing. Salute to everybody in the building. Solidified, Joseph, Nate, Mr. Mabor. Thank you everybody for stopping by. Mr. Tim. Yeah, man, and I'll see you guys in the next video. If you're not already aware, my name is Victor, aka Mr. Futures. And yeah, the link for the description of my community is in every one of my videos. If you want to be a part of a flourishing community, then maybe it's a place for you, or maybe not. It is what it is. But if you're not already a member, then you're already down massive units, massive units. And the knowledge that's being gained is it speaks for itself as well. So it is what it is, man. So Congratulations to everybody on a great night. Looks like we got somebody in the building. Salute to Mr. Mabor. Thank you for jumping up,
Yes,
sir.
yes, sir, yes, sir. How's your night been?
It's been amazing, man. We had some great rituals going in the NBA.
Mm-hmm.
I decided to jump on and just remind people of how these numbers continue to bear fruit. If you're paying attention, and for the people that may doubt the work, I just wanted to present more and more examples on how this shit should be obvious at this point.
Yeah, definitely. It's irrefutable at this point. I believe I don't remember which day it was, but I believe it was King. It was National King Day. I
Yeah,
believe it was National King Day, and King James, aka LeBron, I believe. I was just curious. I was like, so it's National King Day. And then I looked to my phone just before I slept and I looked at the Lakers game and LeBron almost had 50. How ironic.
exactly.
Yeah. So I thought I'd just add that in there. I think that was yesterday or 2 days ago, but on National King Day, LeBron almost had 50 points.
As well as the Sacramento Kings winning on that
Oh,
night. Well,
oh yeah, the Kings, yeah.
yeah,
That game as well.
yeah, it's
And I,
incredible, man. How they mock us right in our face.
yeah, every time and like I don't know, how do you this is a little bit off topic, but how do you feel with the DeMar Hamlin situation?
Oh, the Damar Hamlin situation, I thought it was just a great example of the theater that goes on in these professional sports leagues. Because when it initially happened, I believe Zach was streaming, and I jumped on Zach's stream and I said, "Listen, everybody in the world at this point is going to be talking about the Buffalo Bills." And before they
Yeah.
came out with the T-shirts and everything else, I said, "I already see it. Do it for
Hmm.
DeMar. Move."
Yeah.
I told people, I said, the whole world
33s, yeah.
is going to be on it. So, yeah, it's just another, another mockery, another thing that
Hmm.
they're right in our face. And I think they continue to do it because, every year they get away with it. It's not like,
Yeah,
you know,
it's unfortunate.
it continues
They
to
they
work.
yeah, they definitely this is unfortunate, but they've definitely done a good job with dumbing down the masses and really making us focus on the stuff that don't really matter. Um,
Yeah, man. Yeah. And it's a
yeah.
bunch of stuff. You got the media working against you.
Yeah.
You got every element of these social networks paired up with the
Mhm.
media and just doubling down on whatever they want point they want to get across. Then you got
Mhm.
you got even these bad elements of sports, people who may follow it, people who might their profession is associated with sports, but that just give a black
Mhm.
eye to the work and stuff like that. It doesn't really further what we're trying to do when we got people just, being bad representatives of something that's supposed to be so, insightful and such
Mhm.
a hidden knowledge. Um,
Mhm.
yeah, it's just everything paired up, man. It's not really a good time for us right now. But look,
No. And I don't know how you're not at like a million subs. This is ridiculous at this point, but it is what it is.
yeah, I
Um,
mean that's never gonna happen. We can't even get the support from people who pretend to do the same work. So
mhm.
I think uh I think in that aspect, like it's probably already over as far as getting at a million subs. But we'll continue to grow at the rate in which we are. It's fine.
Yeah.
Um, as long as the community continues to grow, then that's really all I care about. The YouTube channel is just me to get out the content so people who aren't able to support and join up directly, they can still learn.
Mhm.
Uh,
Definitely.
but this is more like I wouldn't call it charity, but this is definitely the charitable element of what we do as a community. Like I don't have to come on
Mhm.
YouTube and add this
Oh,
additional insight or give this
yeah.
free game out to people, but
Mhm.
I choose to do it.
So yeah, so many free gems. Every video there's at least one gem. So I appreciate it and I thank you for all that you do, definitely.
But I appreciate you too. Thank you for the support.
Definitely. Well, I don't want to waste too much of your time. I know you're a busy man, so thought I'd just quickly hop on real quick.
Salute, salute, brother. How's that weather out there in Canada?
Not too bad. not too bad. It's homeostasis in between, so can't
Okay.
complain really.
All right, bro.
Yeah,
All right. We'll talk soon. I appreciate you for joining up.
definitely.
All right. Take care.
Bye.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You know, another great addition to the community, an actual, supporter and member who's been able to take advantage of the great content and work that we do. And yeah, man, I appreciate the words joining up, and I'm gonna get back to what I do, the work and behind the scenes stuff. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Just remember, as we love to say on this channel, Gematria at its finest, easiest 1, 2, 3. Well, it should be easy as 1, 2, 3, but some people make it a little bit harder. But yeah, on that note, we're gonna get up out of here. Take care of yourselves. Wake up, wise up, sheep down. I'll see you on the next one. Salute.